Hello everyone, we're going to talk about Gopilot Utils today. That's a plugin for Godot, which has a nice readme to look at. So if you want to, you can read all of this, but we're not gonna read today, we're gonna try things out. So let's go into Godot and let's click on the asset library and let's install the plugins we need. So under the Gopilot Assist thingy, you can see right here, it depends on the Gopilot Utils. So let's install the Utils first, I guess. We don't need to install the readmes and the screenshots and whatever. Those are not required. So now let's install the Gopilot Assist plugin. Again, we don't need the license and the screenshots and all of the Git stuff. Now under the project settings, you can just here enable the utils and the assist. There you go, and that should already be it. And we have a little guy right here. So now let's go towards configuring this thing. We have the settings over here, and you can set the models used for the different things in these 4 buttons right here. The chat model is used for chat, the code model is used for code completions, architect is for agents, and the flash model is used for cheap, short, kind of small generations. When you click onto one of these, you will see Olama is selected by default, and the model is here too. So Olama works with this. If you have it installed, great. If you have the model set, even better. And then you can say hi, and it's going to respond with something. Great. Let's say you want to use an API provider though. Let's say you don't have a big graphics card. I also don't have a big graphics card. And you may want to use an API provider, but you don't have money for that. Well, you're in luck. Because right here, Mistral provides you with a completely free API key, which, by the way, I'm not like affiliated or anything with them, but like they just have this super cool thing where you can just get you their free API key for Godestral, and you can just put that into here, and you can select Mistral Godestral right here. You can put the API key for every single one of these, like this, and then you're gonna use Godestral for everything. Great. So that covers the setup. You should be able to now say hi, and this should now be the Mistral model. We should check this. What model are you? Trained by Mistral AI. That is correct. Okay. You can also set your name right here, and you can also do your pronouns. You can also set some custom instructions. Always use heart emojis. This is crucial. Do not forget the emojis. Very important. Save that, and it should be able to know that we're Mariah and we want to see heart emojis. Thank you very much. So that covers here the basic setup. Now we go towards code completion. So let's say we have this very basic scene where we have an input field, an output field, and a convert button. Or at least I don't really know what to do with this quite yet, but let's have a look at the script right here. There's nothing in here, so let's get all of the important stuff, all of the important nodes into here. And let's say something like we want to connect the button to a function, right? Convert button dot pressed dot connect. And then we probably want to have some kind of function on pressed like this. Okay. And we obviously want to connect the function like this. Now let's see what it does with this. Output.text equals input.text. Okay, so we initiated this autocomplete with Alt-E. That's the shortcut for that. So yes, it kind of guessed that well, I think. And now it just kind of... Oh, yep, okay. It keeps on generating. Sometimes it does that, where it just kind of prints way too much stuff. So let's make this a bit more complex. Let's have a var replacements, which is a dictionary of strings and strings like this. And this is going to be dictionary. Let's say we just replace name with Luca and some other stuff as well. Okay, just generate some stuff. I think it will keep going infinitely like this if I don't stop it at some point. So let's stop it right now. Let's just kind of keep the top ones like this. Okay, this should be fine. So now let's just have a look at what it does now with the output and input. Var text, okay, string equals input of text, yes. For key in replacement of keys, yes. Key equals text of replace, key and replacement, that's good. Okay, this looks good. Let's try this out if this actually works. Oh yeah, we also have to save the scene somewhere, obviously. Scenes like this, we can save it and we can run it. So if we say my name is name, convert, Luca, that is correct. So that kind of shows you what the basic code completion can do. That fixes our code completion mark, and now we have a look at code refactor. So if you, with refactor, you can just select some code and you can press Alt-E, and then you can kind of have some options here, and you can click, for example, add comments, and it's gonna add some comments to this code, which doesn't really need it, but it's just gonna get it anyway, where the comments are way longer than the actual code. Let's say coolify. Let's put cooler words into this. Placeholder values. Ooh, so much cooler than replacements. I do agree. Shorten would be kind of interesting. Yeah, that's a one-liner. That is kind of shorter, or something like type hints. Doesn't change anything because we already had type hints in here, but I think you can kind of see what this does. You can also say something like add 3 more keys and values, and it's just gonna add 3 more things. Hobby, education, and favorite color. That looks pretty good. Let's apply those changes. So this chat window, you can kind of put this to the right if you have a larger monitor, and I do, so I'm just gonna do that quickly. You can just, you know, this is basic chat stuff. You can just say hi, and it's gonna respond. And you can also have a look up here. That's kind of some different buddies which you can have. I recommend using default buddy because this one knows about your scene tree. You can say something like, hey, what is in my scene tree? Question mark. And it's gonna tell you about your scene tree. You can also say something like, when you have your script open, you can say you want to include something, and then you can click on link open script. What does this do? And it's gonna tell you with the current script in the context. So that is very useful. In case you want to specify what exactly you're talking about, you can actually do this. You can do something like this, just select it and immediately start talking to it. What does that part do? And it tells you right there, blah blah. This connects your pressed signal to the onPressed method, which is correct. Again, there's loads of different, I'm calling them retrieval tools because they retrieve information and put it into the context of the model. You can also add your own, but that's going to be a different video entirely. That covers chat and retrieval tools, and now let's have a look at the chat agent. So let's say you're a bit lazy today. You can just click down here on the agent drop down thingy, you can select it, then you can tell it something to do. The example I gave in my README for the project was creating a login and register screen, so let's just try that one again. Create a login and register screen. Also have a remember me option. Give the user feedback whenever possible. So let's send this like that, and we will see it will immediately start performing a task. This is kind of iteratively trying to accomplish your task to kind of get it finished. This might loop, so you're gonna have to have a close eye on this output right here. It might sometimes loop. If you don't want to look at this, you can also just collapse this one right here. Currently the script creator, the script editor is having a look at that. It's creating the script, okay. Now it's done. Now apparently the script editor is called again. I don't know if this is good. Okay. It's creating a new script login button. Yes. Good. Another script is being created. Okay. It seems to call the script editor for every single script individually. Okay, now it seems to be done. So it created a lot of different buttons over here, which all have check marks next to them. What these do is you can click these one by one. You can also hover over them to see what they actually do. If you just click this one, you will see it will add a new node into this, and we can just click all of these one by one. Or just here click apply all. Now we do see that there's some parse error here. So we'll look at why this is. Yeah, this is kind of a common issue. It compares file with is null, even though it should be equals null, which is more like it. And also it's called button pressed and not just pressed, because pressed is the signal. It probably messed us up every single time, yeah. So okay, those were two errors which were fixed now. We can have a look at the scene it made here. Okay, it has a login and register screen, that looks nice. So now let's just press F6 and let's have a look at this. We can have our name and we can have a pass 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can, okay, not log in, but we do want to register first probably. Yeah, pass 1, 2, 3, pass 1, 2, 3, 4, register. Okay, registration successful, that's good. And now let's have a look at the login. Test, login, incorrect, okay. Pass 1, 2, 3, 4. Login successful. Does remember me option do anything? No. Okay, but now I think it might be remembered, so let's try it again. It should have stored me. So let's have a look at this. Incorrect username, okay. Did I write this one in capitalized? Yes! So this does allow me to log in, that is great. And we can also obviously have a look at the actual files themselves right here. We can open this with our script or text editor over here, and we can see password, pass1234, and the username, which is Mariah in this case. Okay, that covers the agent, and that means we are done now. I hope you liked this video. You can obviously be awaiting the next video, which will certainly come at some point, but I would say have a nice day and have fun trying this thing out.